Hey folks, it's Rob. Welcome back to RimWorld Alpha 13. Oh, let's see. I gotta get these people being productive. Right now they're just stumping around, doing whatever. Surely we could be doing some cleaning here, Castro. No? Let's see. What am I gonna do with... What is my plan? What is my defense plan? That's the first thing that needs to really come to mind, because we need to be able to defend ourselves. The next plan issue is how are we feeding ourselves? Let's look into what it takes to get some electricity going. So, power. I start with the ability to make a solar generator? Yes, I do. I start with the ability to make a battery? Yes, I do. Okay, then. Not as bad as it could be. We can totally set up a solar plant. We can also set up a wind turbine if we want. The fuel generator costs just as much, but it requires wood fuel, which, as you can see, we ain't getting any. So as much as I'd really like to play with that, it's not really something that's going to be too productive until I start growing my own trees, and I don't know how well they're going to grow here. We'll never get past simple meals without meat, but at the same time, it's not really that important. Right now, we can't make more than simple meals anyway. Let's see, we can build turrets right away. Okay. They require 3 components and 175 steel. That'd be one reason why you don't want your turrets just randomly blowing up then. And the solar generator requires 3 components, 2 components, 2 components. It's actually cheaper to make the wind turbine than the solar power plant. Well... think, actually, we should get the basic research bench up and going. And, yeah, we'll just, like, put it on the back end of this. What is that going to need, again? That's going to need 100 steel. Okay. We are going to need to start mining or obtaining steel from somewhere. I'm guessing this is really the closest and safest place to mine. There we go. We'll set that for mining. Off to mine. Very good. Alright, we've got to set a research project. As you can see, we now have technologies that have requirements to move into. For example, I need electric smelting before I can get into electric cremation. Tube television, fire foam. Need high-tech research bench to get to a fire foam. To get the high-tech research bench, I wonder what we need. Let's see. Microelectronics basics, I'm guessing. Something probably up from that. But, as always, I need stone for stone walls. So we're going to start with that. And that's the end of the first day. We got quite a bit done, but then again, it is a twice as long as usual day. Nice to see Coco, just Choo-Choo, just kind of making sure that the crops are unpestered by pests, which is nice, but at the same time, I can't afford to feed Choo-Choo. I don't know how we're going to handle this. I don't really want to give packaged meals to Choo-Choo the cat who can't do anything for us. Maybe she'll hunt mega scarabs. I doubt it. I think we'll hunt a mega scarab. to put some meat out there. Megascarabs will often attack when harmed. Cancel. Okay. Another thing I'm going to need is a stockpile. Now, traditionally, I want to build a stockpile in such a way that it works well with... Oh, we have marriage spot, party spot, sarcophagus, tool cabinet. We had that before, sun lamp. So I wonder where it's under now. Trade beacon is what I'm looking for, by the way. Has the trade beacon been moved away to somewhere? Maybe into the tech tree? It's possible. Don't see the radio either. I'm guessing it's been teched away. Which means I need to just basically build a dump site for things. Our working area. Guess I'll put up steel. I don't really want to put up steel walls. Jeez. Maybe I can get one of my researchers to just focus on that for now. Okay. Bramble. Now you can't just go and tell them to go and do this. See, this is a long-term thing. You gotta handle it differently. And that means she needs nothing higher level to do that you currently have assigned. So basically, if I cut out the mining and the cleaning and the hauling, yeah, she'll turn around and start doing research. 300 research isn't that long, so I can probably hold off until we have stone cutting so I can build walls and such with that. In the meantime, I could pull down some walls for raw material, which will allow me to build walls with the existing stone blocks. Very much like our ancient forebears used to do, actually. So where do I want this stockpile I was talking about? Let's see here. Thinking over here. At the same time, I think this is going to become a bit of a complex, right? Of buildings. This is going to be where the village center is, effectively, in this area. And eventually there's going to be a geothermal plant, so I don't really want to pile stuff up around that either. And the growing areas are going to be important to be growing areas. At the same time, a stockpile that's not anywhere nearby is of no real use. Alright. Let's plan. This is the thing we don't make much use of on the channel, but sometimes planning is a thing. So the workshop, and this is probably what that's going to be, is the workshop. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could put like a bench in here. And we could have like a way in and out over here. Unfortunately, remove plans isn't the same. It is... You'd think that'd be a right click, you know? And then, let's see, I need that over just a bit. I could fit another pair of workbenches in over here and over here. It'd be a bit cramped, but it would work. And right now, that's important. Minimal expenditure resources for net result. So, yeah, this will just be my little guide space. And then, well, let's see. this is eventually going to become something else. It's not going to stay a bunk room / dump site. We're going to need... Let's say I made the building out like this. Now, I don't want to... Oh. Every little space is precious, basically. I don't know. How committed do I want to be to that? Because at the same time, this little thin strip is holding a lot of design hostage. Now, this could be a kitchen canteen. And this could be... I don't know, eventually somebody's bedroom, I'm thinking. And if we run off over here... So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I would do like that. I have a nice square room that looks nice, doesn't it? Okay. So, to allow for future expansion, we could build the workshop out. Like this. And it always makes sense to put the kitchen canteen next to the freezer. So if the freezer needs to be double walled, and I'm going to need a fair bit of storage space, so I don't want to give up space on the inside of that. In fact, the airlock needs a bit more to it than this. Because the airlock really needs to be like 3. Right, and I should stretch this over this way to reflect the space I have available. Right, so that's my freezer, with in and out through here. We'll have an access way here, and a pass through over here. This is our workshop space. This will allow me to put benches in like that, for in this corner. We'll vent heat out. And I'm probably going to need 2 coolers for that. Probably like over here or over here. In fact, I could build a bit of a... I could build a bit of something over here to kind of... I don't know, as an auxiliary storage maybe. Where the heat gets dumped out, but this is unroofed. But that way it's protected. There's protection against like immediate attack on the coolers, which is always a weak point in the walls. Right. Then we can have power here, and the geothermal power doesn't show up on here, but I think it's like much bigger than that. If I remember, it's something like this. Possibly this. It's been a while since I built one, but I think that might be right. And then you want to have that enclosed so it doesn't get blown up. But when you enclose it, it builds up temperature in there. Well, I think that's enough planning for the moment. Okay. Still going to need like a jail, and I'm thinking turning this into an impromptu one. Structure. So we'll just put a steel door on that. And that immediately becomes an enclosed space, right? Now, what we can do is we can kind of square it off a little so it's a little more useful of a space. And tell them to smooth the floor. That way people will hate us less who are imprisoned in here. Also, we can smooth out the floor in this general area so we can travel faster, bat to and fro. Besides, they finished their mining, they need something else to do. Let's see, what kind of restrictions do we have here? So, basically, I just tell them to go to sleep at night, right? Right? You just go to sleep at midnight. Here, go to sleep at like 11 in the evening. And as long as you get a couple hours sleep, I don't care when you wake up. Okay? And I don't want to have enforced joy time at the moment, so this is fine. Right. Those are fine. You're an unrestricted. Yeah, just go anywhere you want to. Yeah, outfits are fine. Anything is just normal. Oh, I haven't checked out the factions. Let's see what kind of potential friends and enemies we have here. Singer's Cave. They're enemy of the Blade Toads and the Termite Men. Struggles Valley. They are also enemies of the Blade Toads and the Termite Men, who are both pirate bands, so that's normal. But then the Minoka of the Pig Tribe, led by Alexander Fijlanger, is also enemy of the Blade Toads and the Termite Men, but they don't like us either. So, there's that. And after all this planning, I still didn't work out where the heck I'm going to put the dumping stockpile, did I? No, I didn't. I did work out that I'd probably put a little one in here. But it'd be exposed. So, stockpile zone. Let's, for the time being, establish a stockpile here on the rock. So, this will just be on the stone. Clear all, priority normal. Effectively anything can go there right now, and we'll deal with it more about it later. Now, I don't think the Mega Scarab will automatically attack us. I don't think they're normally hostile. I think they just will fight back. Since this is going to be the canteen area, I suppose we could put some furniture out in it. We're going to need an animal sleeping spot as well, aren't we? I mean, right now the cat just sleeps anywhere, but... which one was it? Tony's bonded with Choo Choo. Okay. So... well, I want to make it out of steel. Steel. Fine. We'll put it at the foot of Tony's bed. How is the cat doing? Because I don't know if it's been fed. It's full of food. Alright. Now, once I have this cleaned out, good, Bramble's back to work. I'll smooth out the remaining bits from opening this up. There we go. And of course, get this chunk of rock hauled out of there. Right, there's the stone cutting done. So, what do I want to get into as my next choice? Brewing? Well, it's, I mean, you can grow hops somewhere. Hydroponics. It goes allow us to set up growing areas that aren't on the ground, which could be useful. Smithing allows us to make metal weapons and tools. Microelectronic basics will unlock high-tech research bench, comms console, and other research projects like tube televisions and crypto sleep caskets. I can't say that that's necessarily an immediate requirement. Geothermal power, however, will need the high-tech research bench, and clearly that's where should be getting a lot of our power from. Multi-analyzer increases research speed. Okay. It isn't that hard to do this, but at the same time, this is a good environment for Devil Strand. Alright, so let's do hydroponics. Food security is very important at this stage. Alright, we're going to need to kit this out. And in production, I'm going to need a steel stonecutter's table. There we are. We have visitors. Oh, they're traders. Right, the trader in the party always has the question mark. And it looks like they're just on foot. Okay, but still, good to have some traders show up. Maybe there is something we can trade. We have silver. Looks like they're here. Who's my best talker? So Bramble. Thinking Bramble. Okay, that means I gotta take you off of research for the moment. Right, we got a great bow. I can trade some of my medicine away. They have a little bit to trade us back. They do have 2 components. They have some simple meals, which I can't argue against at the moment, because it's food on our plates that we don't have. And in fact, fine meals are only slightly more expensive. In fact, that one piece of medicine, that one unit, seems worth getting. As are the components, actually. I think I'll leave the great bow. Thank you for coming by. I will now forbid the packaged meal so you eat the proper ones that are going to spoil. Right, we need to set up the stone cutting bill. Make stone blocks, do this forever. Here's your search radius, so keep it from being crazy. I want you to have at least 2 crafting skill. You can use anything. Right. Craft. So Tony is a decent crafter. And I want Bramble doing the research at the moment. So, but Castro can do it too if she's available. Right. Good, we ate a fine meal. So, stone block in the area will get transported. Yep, I know, I need defenses, I need meal sources. All coming. I hope Lady didn't just eat one of my meals. Alright, I think we're still using this wall defensively. Let's look around for things I can salvage. Yeah, like this. This will give us a leg up on getting started. Alright, tear down those, haul those in. It'll give me some raw stone blocks to start building these walls with. Alright, the visitors are leaving. So they gave us a day's food, some components that we'll need, a little bit more medicine, which will inevitably be useful. In exchange for silver, I can't really use right now. So, not the worst trade. What should we call it? Nema colon? I don't think so. Let's just call it Sahara. No. Because you know what? We do have desert like this in North America. Like up in Utah and in California even. It's Death Valley. So, there we go. I know, maybe a little on the nose, but I can't help it sometimes. I should claim this bit. That's not really defensively useful. And tear that down. See? Real quick, easy to take down metal walls like that. Hey, Tony. Haul in the blocks, won't you? Thank you. Well, maybe I should have waited. Hey. Don't just leave it all lying there. Alright, new alert sound. Interesting. A local iguana has gone mad. And it will attack. So, I need to... No. How do I... How do I tell them their new behaviors? Because that is something we should address. Castro, your default mode is flee. Right, we're going to have you attack. Tony, you have a knife. But on the whole, you're actually good with it, so we'll have you attack. Bramble, you actually suck at your weapon skills, so flee is just fine. Alright. How quickly do iguanas move? Oh, here it is. Maybe. Yeah, so, okay, Castro's engaged. That's a shame, because it'd be good to tame it for eggs. Right. What I want you to do is actually fall back to the base. So I can have Tony and Bramble back you up. Alright. Well, it's dead. We'll need a butcher table for it. But the cat is eating it. It's now missing front left leg, tail, and head. Well, I shot the head off, but the cat, Choo Choo, has definitely eaten some of it. Alright. Alright, how much stone block do I have? I have 100 granite, so that should be enough to build some walls. Okay. think I will move this wall forward 1 space. That way I can put a pass-through in here easily. This little bit of space isn't going to make that much difference in our growing scheme. And the same goes for down here. So we'll have that. Yeah, I know, that's fine. Okay. Where do I want to put the door? Alright, door 1. A door there. And we put a doorway out to here. Make sure there's pass-throughs. Alright. Alright, that'll double wall all the way through here. That'll allow for the airlock. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Actually, we'll not overdevelop just yet. Just get the first bits of walls up. And we'll remove the plans from this immediate area. There we are. See? Just short. Just short, kids. So, do I go straight for electric? Or do I go with a fueled stove? Well, again, fuel is in a real short supply. Can't eat any more of it? No. Tail's the tastiest bit, I would imagine. Starvation. Okay, that's because I forbade these meals. Sorry, guys. Alright, good to have that bit up. What can I do for a floor? Well, stone block. Got marble. I can put down marble tile. Each one will use 4. So I can put down 10 of these right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, that's clearly not going to be enough. I don't know what I'm really going to get into. Let's see here. What kind of rock is this? Granite. Okay. And over here, sandstone. Got a fair bit of sandstone off over this way. Sandstone floor seems appealing. Better than sand, anyway. So that or it's going to be steel, I'm guessing. Good cleaning. Cleaning's just as important as anything else in some ways, because a filthy place makes people very unhappy, and when they're unhappy, then they can't tolerate like psychic drone and whatnot and whatever. Claim, deconstruct. Wanderer joins the colony. Trigger. Trigger has no gear whatsoever except for 3 simple meals he's bringing with him. So he's completely naked. Trigger is a fast walker, psychically sensitive, and too smart for his own good. Which doesn't help with the global mental break threshold problem presented by the psychic sensitivity. But we are a very good shot, very good with melee, pretty good talker, does everything, if not terribly well, but, I mean, probably a very welcome contribution to the colony. Welcome to you, Trigger. Somehow you know Ash Bramble Temples? Okay. Trigger, what are you doing? Just wandering? Dude. Here's what you can do. You can bring these in for me. Alright, hydroponics finished. And then... what was the silly idea? Devil Strand. That's it. I know it's telling me I need defenses, but the first attack is always a naked guy with a shiv, so I'm not really feeling it right now. Yeah, you can bring in these other meals. Right, so the fridge is going to be quite important. Again, granite's coming quite well, but we do have plenty of sandstone. I'll start with granite. Well... actually, let's not do the double wall until we actually are there, right? Right, we're actually going to need... well, I want at least 2 coolers, so I'm going to put a gap of 2 in over here. Right. Okay, the cat's eating some more of the dead iguana, which will spoil him one day. Eat the neck. Alright. Poor mood from Trigger. What's the problem, Trigger? You're in darkness, you're uncomfortable, ate without a table, ugly environment, naked, and feeling terrible. You just feel terrible. Alright. Not much I can do about you just feeling terrible. And we don't have anything for a mood boost. Sorry, dude. I can solve the eating off the floor thing. Where do I want the long table? Long table's 95 versus 50. Not really gonna... yeah, this is gonna be the canteen. I'm not really gonna use the room for anything else. And this will get us 4 chairs to start with. 1 for everybody. Oh, and we're running long. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, folks. Goodbye.